Welcome to the library. In this video, we will talk about LexisNexis. LexisNexis is a Galileo database. It's best known for containing newspapers and other periodicals, so it's an especially good database to use when researching current issues. LexisNexis is the only database at GPC that has full-text articles of recent issues of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution and the New York Times. LexisNexis is also an excellent resource for legal information, business information, and information about various countries. So how do you get to LexisNexis? You go to the library homepage at www.gpc.edu/library. Here we are at the library homepage. We click on Galileo, then click on Databases A through Z, go to L, then click on LexisNexis Academic. This is the easy search screen in LexisNexis Academic. LexisNexis we tend to think of in terms of newspapers. And this first search box right here is where we can search in news sources. It could be newspapers, it can be magazines, it can be broadcast transcripts. So if you heard something on 2020 or NPR, the transcript might be in here. Or you can search all of these sources by clicking All News. You can also enter a certain source title. So if you wanted to look at the New York Times. Now LexisNexis is the only database we have that has the full text of the New York Times and the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. So if you're doing a topic that has to do with Atlanta, you probably want to make sure that you use LexisNexis. The advanced search here is called All News. If you click right here, you'll go to the advanced search. Right now we're just going to stick with this search, but let me point out some other things on this page first. Lexis is also good for looking up legal cases. So if you are doing a topic where you need a transcript, a court transcript, or a law, you can put it in here. You can get company information. So if your topic has to do with a company, or if you're have a job interview, or if you're thinking about investing in a company, you might want to use this box. Down here you can research countries. This does have sort of a business angle, so it will tell you like their major imports and exports, but also tell you useful information like who the rulers of the country are, what some of the customs of the country are, that sort of thing. I tend not to use the research people. I don't find it very helpful, and this is where you can combine more than one kind of search. For our purposes, we're just going to search the news. So this covers from 1980 to today. This is not very particular at all. You can just type your search terms in here, and it looks anywhere in the article for your search terms. Bilingual education, and then I just click go, and here are my results. Now they're sorted by relevance, so the computer has decided what is the most relevant topic for me. I can change this if I want to newest to oldest or oldest to newest. So if I want the latest information, I can go newest to oldest. I can also use the these limiters on the left to narrow it down by particular newspaper, that sort of thing, New York Times, Washington Post, etc. Anyway, my results, this first one is called Bilingual Educators Conference Opens Today. And this is the name of the article. It is published in the El Paso Times in Texas. It was published October 27, 2010, which was a Wednesday. It was in the news section, and it was 386 words. Now, Lexis doesn't tell you how many pages something is, because if you think about newspapers, hardly anything's over a page. So it'll tell you how many words it is. Now, generally for your purposes, you want articles that are at least 800 or 1,000 words. Otherwise, it just ends up being a little blurb. And this particular article is written by someone named Ramon I can't pronounce that name, but anyway, and he works for the El Paso Times. So let's say we do want this article. Let's click on the title, and almost everything in LexisNexis is full text. So here's the whole article. It's 386 words, so it's very short. That's the whole thing. And this is not going to format it for you, unfortunately, but all the information you need is on here. This is the name of the periodical. This is the date of publication. This is the name of the article. And one of the things that confuses some students is where it says byline, that's the author, is Ramon Bracamontes or whatever his name is. And they are not very consistent in the way they format this, where it says by. Sometimes it says by, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it would say Ramon Bracamontes, reporter, and obviously his name is not reporter, that's his job. In this case it says Ramon Bracamontes, El Paso Times, that's who he works for. So you need to pick the name out of here, and that's the author, is Ramon Bracamontes. Then it gives you the section, the length. Here's the article with your search terms highlighted. Then what you can do, you can save it, you can email it to yourself, you can print it. So I've clicked on print, so you can make your choices here. You really hate Times New Roman, you can change it to Arial. Then you can look at it, make sure it's how you want it to be, and then you can print it. So that's LexisNexis. Remember, you can always contact a librarian by calling any campus library or going to www.gbc.edu/library/ask.htm.